let's talk about our birthright and what our God-given birthright is from our creation and the true battle and war that we are fighting. So when Yahshua taught that we were to overcome the world, what did he mean by that? So the true battle that we fight is the right to choose for ourselves. That is our God-given birthright. Our God-given birthright is to think and act and speak and choose for ourselves. But as we come into this world, the world makes that, silences that very quickly as they put their belief system on us and they veil us. So I'm going to talk really quick. I'm going to share some information about our birthright and how the world has treated people as objects instead of as actual, children, sons and daughters of father and mother. They are treated as objects to be dictated and controlled and silenced, and we're all just sheep, right? Following the wolves to our slaughter. And so our God-given birthright is to truly choose for ourselves. And the minute that we can realize that, we take back our power and authority over others who we have given that birthright to be able to think and choose for ourselves. So to step back into our true power and authority that we were given as our birthright is to learn that we are not here to follow everyone else. We are here to reconnect with our true authentic self. That is part of Yahshua coming through the cloud. The cloud is the veil that has veiled us. And so that's part of our Great Awakening process. In the process of that, we realize that we have given away our birthright to choose for ourselves. We don't have to follow the crowd. We don't have to do what everybody else is doing, right? The goal is to reconnect to our true authentic selves of our very essence of our creation. And being able to think and choose and speak and act for yourself is part of that. In the process of that, Yahshua does the stripping process of unveiling us from everything that the world has put upon us. That is our Great Awakening, and we continue to awaken every time we go through a stripping process. We awaken to higher and higher levels of understanding and getting back to our true authentic self. That's the purpose. And so our purpose is to reclaim our birthright, and that birthright is to choose for ourselves. The birthright that we have freely given away to the world, that is the true war we are fighting, is to reclaim our birthright, that we don't have to comply because the world has told us to do so. So if you look at religion, it tells you have to be religious instead of spiritual. Schools, they tell you how to think and act. And if somebody homeschools or, tries to do an assignment different than what they are being told to do it, but they're coming out with the same outcome, it's wrong, right? You are judged, you're mocked, you're ridiculed. Government teaches you have to be one party or another. So the medical field teaches you that you have to rely on doctors, but yet our bodies were created to literally heal themselves. And the herbs were also created to help keep our bodies strong and also help heal. But our bodies rejuvenate themselves and they can heal themselves very beautifully. And so everything has been created to cause division and conflict and contention. None of those things were created by Father and Mother. So ask yourself, why are we following after conflict? What is the purpose of these things really in our life? And it's truly to take away our God-given birthright to choose for ourselves, to think for ourselves, to not have to go with the norm, and to be able to overcome the world, which is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be in the world, but not of it, and we're here to overcome it. And so may we step back and look at how we are approaching others. Is it with that, religious mindset? Is it with shame? Is it with dominance? Is it abuse with our words? Because we are not to abuse others with our words, but yet that is what definitely all these things teach us, especially religion, which is supposed to be leading us back into the heavenly realm, but actually draws us further away from it. So ask yourself, are you giving away your birthright? Are you choosing for yourself? Are you choosing because that's what you have been taught your entire life and you just go with the flow of that? Or are you supposed to be in the flow of heaven? And the flow of heaven tells us that we are to choose for ourselves. That is our birthright. And this world needs to reclaim their birthright to choose and choose for themselves, to think and act and speak for yourself. And Joshua teaches us how to do that without all the contention and the division and strife, because all those things, the shaming, the division, the strife, the separation, the control, the dominance, the arrogance, all of it literally comes from Satan. But yet the world teaches you that it's especially in religion, that it's of God. And it's not. It goes against every bit of our birthright. So the true war that we are fighting, and the true war that will be amplified, is the ability to choose for ourselves and to take back our birthright, because Satan does not want any of us to take back our birthright, because then we take back our power and authority that we have over him. And he doesn't want that, which is exactly what Joshua taught us. He took back his birthright, and Satan absolutely despised him for that. And that's why the Pharisees and Sadducees and scribes, everyone came after him, because it went against the norm, because he took back his birthright. So Satan wants to silence a people and stop their awakenings from happening and from being unveiled. Because if he can keep us veiled, then we are kept in the lowest frequency that there is, and we're kept in that dominance and control and fear and suppression, that all the things of the world, if you step back and start looking at them from a different angle, and you will see the suppression and the dominance and control, and they just want you to comply with what they are saying, what they're doing. They don't want you to look outside what they are saying or doing. They want you to just believe man, and we are to put our trust in no man. The problem with the world is that we have put our trust in man instead of our trust in the person it's supposed to be in, and our trust is supposed to be in Father. It is not supposed to be in the world. And so when we can realize we are not to put our trust in the arm of flesh, we will begin to take back our birthright, and step by step, like stepping stones, as we step into that true relationship with Joshua and being born again in the Spirit, step by step, one stone at a time, they are taken and uncovered, and the truth from what we've known, right? There will be things that are gleaned, and that's the wheat. And he's like, okay, hold on to this, but this has to go. Hold on to this, let this go. And he will begin to glean the wheat from the tares in our life. And the tares are what the world has inserted into our energy fields and into our belief systems. And literally, he will begin to heal those tares in your life. And so he will glean the wheat from the tares in your life. But you have to allow him to do so. And that's part of taking back our God-given birthright. That's part of separating the wheat from the tares. That's part of being able to choose for ourselves and stepping back into being spiritually led in our true authentic self, and no longer being led by man. So may we understand what the true battle is and what the true war is that we are actually fighting. We are not fighting everybody else. We are doing the inward work to fight the war of the veil that was placed on us. And so the inward work is required to allow Joshua to step by step help us remove that veil from us. That's him coming through the cloud. The cloud is the veil of the suppression and beliefs that was put on us. And so as we do that, the real war is won from the inside out. And that's the beauty of it. And as we do so, we reclaim our birthright. So maybe we understand more fully what the birthright is, and being able to choose for ourselves, and being able to step back into being in the world but not of the world, and truly living in the presence of Father and Mother of Joshua in the throne room, in the heavenly realm, where we're always promised that we could be. But it requires Joshua taking us back to where he is, and that happens step by step with him removing the world from us. So may we all step into reclaiming our birthright. Have a glorious day.